This is the new Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4-wheel drive. Well, it's not really new, but we thought we'd show you what makes this truck very special in its class. Hey guys, Vince here from AutoIndustriya, and we are back at our warehouse shooting another truck for you. Now, before anything else, please do tap that like and subscribe button if you like the content we do here at AutoIndustriya. It really helps us out. Now, on to the Strada. Again, this is not an all-new truck. This is just really an update to the ones that were launched in mid 2015 in the Philippine market. Now, this facelift, of course, you're already very familiar with this look, dynamic shield and all that good stuff. But what they did for the Athlete was to black out quite a few of the details. I mean, that's very popular now. If you saw my review of the Montero Sport Black Series, well, we kind of made fun of it because it wasn't really all black. This one is more like a black series. I mean, black grille, black everything except for the Mitsubishi logo in front. The wheels, they look really snazzy. You know what? Let's go around the side and show you some more. Now, from this angle, you'll see more of what we mean. I mean, do you see any chrome on the vehicle? You know, black, everything on the windows, mirrors, wheels, side steps. Well, there's no roof rails, but even that sports bar there in the back, all black. We wish actually Mitsubishi made their logos red again instead of chrome. We miss those days when they used to do that with a lot of their models. But what's different here compared to the regular Strada models is that decal on the side. Now, I'm not sure if you are a fan of these kinds of decals on trucks, like you would see on the Raptor, that kind of thing. But in this one, it actually does look good. But what changed compared to the regular models is with the interior. So the interior of the Strada, it's very familiar. I mean, a lot of the things about this vehicle we've liked for the last 7 years now. Look at the dashboard, very clean. We like the steering wheel. We like the orange stitching, the paddle shifters. I've liked these paddle shifters since we first saw them on the Outlander in, I think, 2006. But the ergonomics, fantastic. It does come with some nice features like forward collision warning, AEB, and even cruise control, but not the adaptive kind, unfortunately. What I do wish Mitsubishi did was to update a few things for the Strada. For one, that center screen. Now, it's from a local supplier, but the resolution, it's not really fantastic given what we're seeing with other models in the market today. Especially when the Ranger comes out, it's going to outclass that one. Another thing, the rear AC vents. It's not really an AC actually, it's just a blower. You have to get the people in front to point the AC vents up there to get cold air in the back to kind of, it's like a relay race kind of thing. The other thing, the brown leather. I mean, I'm not athletic, but brown leather doesn't scream athlete to me. Now to the bed. Now this is actually where a few of the limitations are with the Strada. But first, design. It actually does look good here in the back with the new taillight design. Oh, by the way, when we got the vehicle, there was the crack on that right taillight. Not our fault, but we do like the rear bumper of this. There is a nice low step there for getting in and out or accessing the cargo here. There's also this spoiler thing here, similar to the Navara, with a plastic thingamabob on top to cover it. So if you want to sit on it, you can, just not when it's moving. Now, when you open the tailgate, there's no helper spring, so it does feel a bit heavy. But the bed itself is a nice size, and it's got a bed liner on it. But there are limitations with the bed of this, because if you look at the line of the actual bed, minus this sports bar assembly thing here, it doesn't really conform to a lot of other pickup trucks in the market. And that limits the kind of accessories you can put on the bed of your Strada. I mean, for one, look at the bed liner. It does come with a bed liner, but look at it. There are cutouts here for the tie-down points, which kind of lets water in, which kind of not really a good thing for that. And also, it doesn't go all the way up to wrap over the actual rail because of the shape of the rail. So that in itself is a limiting factor with the Strada. Hopefully, with the next generation model, they can fix that. Now, remember what I said about something special with the Strada? It's actually right there, the rear axle. If you look at a lot of contemporary trucks in the market like Hilux, Navara, Ranger, D-Max, these trucks, they have wheelbases maybe 3.1 meters, sometimes even 3.2 meters long. Pretty long. But with the Strada, it's exactly 3 meters. Now, that's why when you look at the rear axle of this, it seems a bit more forward of the bed compared to a lot of other trucks in the market. We'll show you some pictures of those other trucks right now so you can see the difference. But what that gives you, it does give you a disadvantage when it comes to the cargo of the vehicle, but it does give you an advantage in handling. You know what? We'd rather show you. But first, let's check the engine. Powering the Strada is the 4N15. It's got 181 horsepower and a 6-speed automatic with Super Select 4-wheel drive. So nothing really new. But what we wanted to show you is what makes the Strada different. Now, if you look at the layout of the engine bay, you notice it's very neat, especially with the way the piping is laid out, particularly for the ABS. But what we're talking about is the positioning of the turbo. That makes it very, very easy to maintain, to service in the field. Now, we can only assume or guess why Mitsubishi did that, but I have a feeling it's because of their rally art experience. Now, if you notice, I did point out the wheelbase earlier, and that does compromise the trucking capabilities, the capacity of the vehicle, but it does make it much more nimble around the corners. And having the turbo like that makes it easier to maintain if you're on the go. That's both useful on a rally course and on the road. But we thought we'd rather put it to the test and see how the Strada performs on an autocross. Here at our warehouse, we've got a little autocross course that we've set up to test the abilities of the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4-wheel drive. But it's going to be very boring if I drive by myself against the clock. So I'll be driving against someone pretty young, Jamil. He's one of our writers at AI, and he's also a Nissan GT Academy graduate. May gatas ka pa sa labi, kid, you're going down. But nevertheless, Jamil, your turn. Now it's time for Jamil's lap. Are you ready? Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Now there goes Jamil on the straightaway. We've got a nice little straight up, a bit bumpy there, but it's all good with the Strada. Hard braking, left turn, coming back around onto that straight, back onto those bumps. For many trucks, for many vehicles, that's quite challenging. But here's the challenging bit, the chicane. Okay, he's really giving it everything. He wants to beat me. Let's see what he can do. He goes around the wet part. Don't lose the rear end, not in this part of the track. All right, push, 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 open up that throttle. And there he goes again, back onto the straight. It's a bit bumpy. Hopefully the dogs do not get in the way, but now it's a left turn to a right. And keep it going, keep it going, keep it clean, keep it neat. Good, good, good. Power out, power out. There you go. Now, can he bring it to a stop on the stop box? And there you go. Jamil did it in 57.95 seconds. We'll double check that on the screen and show you later. My turn. So Jamil was really quick with the Strada. Let's see if I can beat him. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa, very squirrely. Power out, power out, power out. Brake really early because right here is the right turn. Power, 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 power. Everything we got. $55.93. Sorry, Jamil. Sorry, Jamil, you can't beat me yet. But nevertheless, when Mitsubishi comes up with a new generation model of the Strada, we really hope they don't lose this kind of driving finesse that you can get out of the truck. Because that's really what sets Mitsubishi apart from the rest of the market, the way their vehicles drive, that rally art spirit. But it does come at a price, because this one, it retails for $1.818 million. It's pretty pricey given how many newer competitors are in our market. But if you're someone who enjoys driving fast and likes good handling, well, it just might be worth it to you. I suggest you test drive and see for yourself what the Strada can do. This is Vince of AutoIndustriya.com.